The mission of the Daviess County Museum is to preserve, protect, and promote the history of Daviess County. It's in the heart of the historical commercial district here on Main Street in Washington, Indiana. It is housed in the former Masonic Lodge, which was built in 1868. When Daviess County became a county in 1817, really the only way to transport goods and services and people was by river, which was extremely inefficient because sometimes rivers can be very uncooperative and they do not go in a straight line. So what happened is that the state of Indiana began a major infrastructure project called the Wabash Area Canal. It ran from Toledo, Ohio, all the way down to Evansville. Ultimately, it was a total, complete financial disaster. One of the reasons why the Wabash Area Canal didn't work out is because of the railroad industry. In 1857, the Ohio and Mississippi Railroad, the O&M, completed a major rail link between Cincinnati, Ohio, and St. Louis, Missouri. And that rail line came through Washington, Indiana. That dramatically changed this area in this town because now you could provide direct link between these two major urban areas and traveling to and from those two areas through Washington, Indiana. So it was an ideal location for them to set up these major shops to either produce or repair locomotives, freight cars, and flat cars for the railroad. And then the population of Washington went from 5,000 at that time to 10,000. It doubled in the course of 5 years because of the employment that it brought in and of course the spin-off in retail and commercial and residential development. We have a replica of a one-room schoolhouse. Most people have this notion that one-room schools was a phenomena primarily in the 19th century. In Daviess County, one-room schools continued to function well into the 20th century. In fact, here in Washington Township or in Deel Township, there were one-room schools well into the 1950s. The other exhibits that have been recently established last year was we tried to highlight the several professional photographers that have been in business here in Daviess County. So in the late 19th century, a commercial company developed what's called dry plate technology. Then commercial photography took off across the country and here in Daviess County. And fortunately here at the museum, we have a large collection of these studio portrait photographs. When you see enough of these photographs, you begin to understand and appreciate their stories, the kind of people they were, and what they were interested in. It's an incredibly valuable historical resource about, again, understanding our history and all these marvelous stories about people. Each of the artifacts we have in our museum, they ultimately go back and involve people. What's truly amazing about that is each one of those individuals has a story to tell. And we're trying to piece those stories together and allow people to share in those stories and learn from them.